Hello and welcome everybody to the week 5 of the Cbdl. And yeah, this week we are facing Dr. Agotoni, and yeah, I think that's most of there is to say. It's been a late week again. This was for last week actually, and there's sometimes people just can't get together to make a match happen, but here we are now, ready for this match. I have somewhat in mind what I prepped for this guy. That should be alright, I guess. I think I have in mind something like a weakness policy Necrozma I wanted to bring. We're going to see this right now. Yeah, it's a weakness policy Necrozma. Assault West, yeah, typical stuff. The Quagsire has a Chilean Berry, I think it is called. That's used for me to lift the Boom Burst or Max Strike from Toxicity. Because that's the only thing he really could hit me with. If he brings it, that's perfectly fine with me. I wanted to lead off with. I think the best thing I could lead off with is Surf Edge actually, but I think I'm gonna lead off with Duraludon. Hitting something hard. Yeah, I think that's the best play I can do. Yeah, Duraludon should be fine here. It has a pretty good matchup against everything except Flagon and Salazzle, but I can take it from Salazzle and kill it probably. Yeah, we need to add an Volcarona and a Crossma, and then we're pretty much good to go. I think his lead will be either the Alolan Ninetales or the Type 0 it is. Type Null. And yeah, let's see how this goes. I basically need to win this to stay in playoff race, but I don't think there will be much problems. He's not a bad player, so maybe I get surprised here. Alright, his lead is Tragedy, which is the Ferrothorn. That's not too good of a lead for me. But I have Duraludon, which is G-Max, and I can do to Ferrothorn. Not too much actually. I could Dark Pulse it here. If I see what he wants to do, which I'm actually pretty fine with doing. I'm gonna just Dark Pulse here, see what he wants to go for. If he goes for Body Breath, it'd be like that. If he goes for anything else, I'm perfectly fine. Rocks and stuff is not really a problem. I just go for the Dark Pulse, see how much I can do to this thing. I have Lynch him here, which I didn't actually want to do, but it happens, I guess. Yeah, but as you see, I'm not going to do too much against it. I think the best play I could do is go right into Volcarona here and put some some offensive pressure onto him. He might knock off here. I understand that, yeah, but I don't think it should be too bad if he does. I'm not trying this week. Yeah, he goes for the rocks. Okay, his primary switching into Sting should be the type Null, which I should not be able to 101, but I can get some damage onto it. Volcarona with my custom set I have here against type Null with a pivot. That's special defensive, and it takes like 20% from Fiery Dance, which is at least a bit of chip damage to him. Yeah, let's see. Here comes in a Thick Lord. Yeah, this is this thing. Yeah, we do a good amount of damage to him, and need to switch out now because this thing gets Rock Slide, and I'm not willing to take a Rock Slide right to the face like that. Bringing Surfetched here will allow me to knock off or KO it. He might U-turn out here, predicting me to do just that. If he is going to stay in and goes for the Rock Slide here, would I think he will? Rock Slide or Thunder Wave will he play? It is the Rock Slide. I thought about that. Perfectly fine with me. I can close combat here, and close combat kills something. Except two things, which he might bring in on this. I'm not sure. I'm gonna go for the knockoff here. Get rid of either this thing's Eviolite or the Flag Sludge or Life Orb or Focus Sash on the... how's it called? Salazzle. It's his name. I should have calculated how much I do with that actually, but I don't think it will be that less. I mean, Bandit knockoff does 30% to him. Yeah, that's perfectly fine. And he loses Eviolite, which takes away his usability of being a check to Volcarona, meaning he dies. He withdraws and goes right out into... that's a Lazzle? Yeah, perfectly fine. I saw that going. I knock him off. He nearly dies, which is amazing. What can Salazzle do back to me? The worst thing he can do is Sludge Wave me actually, which would do pretty sizable amount of damage. And I think that would be the point where I go into my Mandy boss, which is defensive, so nah. I think I'm just going to go for another knock off getting this thing out of my face right here. He will go for the flame protect, okay. Scouting what I wanna do. Okay, I guess. That would have been a free switch into anything. I mean, if I kill this thing right here, it's one thing out of my way and I'm really happy about it. I just gonna go for the knockoff again. He goes for the toxicing me, that's perfectly fine. This thing is really... it did its job, I guess, with at least taking down the Salazzle here. That's the first kill for him. First game brought, first kill instantly. That's perfectly fine. Okay, what would he bring in here? I think it should be the Ninetales, if I think about it. Ninetales I can check with Volcarona, I guess? I should be able to check it. What does my Volcarona take from Ninetales' Blizzard? Oh, your Aurora Whale. Freeze Ray does not too much, and what does Blizzard do to me? Blizzard does like not too much. If he stays in onto my Volcarona, he will become startup fodder. Which is exactly what I wanted actually. If he gets up the whale, it's perfectly fine, he gets up the whale. If he lets me do stuff right here, I'm in a very good situation. I'm like 7, he needs like 5 turns to kill me. He goes for the Moon Blast. This could do a bit more damage than I wanted to. No, it does not do anything. I'm buffered by the hail. The hail will do more. Yeah, well. I go for the Quirridance here. I can freely switch out onto out on his Type 0 switch in. I start could switching chipping this thing away a bit, but it's not really necessary at that point. Let's see what he wants to do. If I were him, I would try to get up my Aurora Whale. Oh, that does not kill this thing actually, which is pretty intense. But I'm not too much invested into offense sets. He might be scuffed or something like that actually. There's no guarantee he needs to be trying to set up his whale or whatever. He switches out right into his Type 0 again. Aquarodance here. I don't want to stay into this thing sadly. He will most likely go for the Rock Slide again. I don't want to stay into this. I just should attack what's in front of me. Do I have knockoff and thing? I have Fall Play and Brave Bird, but that's okay. I can go into this thing and get rid of the rocks. I'm pretty defensive. He cannot do too much to me. Worst thing he can do is toxic me. And that's what I need to go for the rocks. Oh, that's perfectly fine. It will do around 25% damage to me. Yeah, as expected. He gets more damage. And I get to freely defog here. Yeah, that's rocks away on my side of the field. I think this is going in the right direction. He stays in and goes for the Thunderbolt most likely, or for the U-turn. I'm not sure. Maybe Crush Claw. He also toxic. He has the toxic. Okay, perfectly fine with me. He tries to storm me down, which is okay. I guess he will have to rest then. First one is his way to set up. I'm gonna make a somewhat risky play and go right out into. I don't want to have Necrozma sitting here. I think I want Aureldon coming in here and clicking moves. I see switches out into Ferrothorn most likely, doesn't he? What is the Rock Slide? Oh, he got Solution. Okay. That's like a good 5% damage to me. And now he should bring in like Toxicity or something like that. He toxic both of my walls, which is kinda mediocre. If I get Invoke Corona 1 or 2 more times, I'll be able to win this game basically. Gradually, that's the Ferrothorn again. That's actually the scenario I wanted to achieve. Ferrothorn should not do what it wants to do right here. He will get up the rocks to try to chip away my team even more. And a good play would have been Surfetch, because he would not have much switch into this. Mokurona comes in here, either goes for the knockoff. He goes for the knockoff, get rid of my Flame Body, kicks in, perfectly fine with me. I can kill the Type 0 actually now. If I go from Fire Dancer to Bug Buzz, it is dead here. And that's the situation I wanted to achieve. Yeah. I wanted to achieve the situation where I go for the Fiery Dance here and kill the Type 0 on the switcher. Maybe he does stay in here. No, he does not. Okay, that's Type 0 coming in. Yeah, and Type 0 should have enough damage to die now. Yeah. If I get a special attack? Yeah, I do. Okay, that should be GG right here. Not GG exactly, but I'm gonna be able to rip his team apart right now. I go for Fiery Dance, most likely kill him here with a special attack raise. Yeah. Do I get another one? No, I do not, but that's okay. He needs to bring in his Ninetales here in order to do anything to me. I think. I just love this Fiery Dance move, it's so good. Raising a special attack when it hits. When it has 50% to raise a special attack when it hits, and it hits 100% of the time, and he needs to realize now he has a problem. That's against Turks. Ricity would choice Bex. Psychic does enough to where I could kill him, but the right play is to Curve Dance here. Cause the worst thing he could do is set up his whale here, and if he does set up the whale, I just can't stall it out. He might do some damage for me, chip me away a bit, but that's okay with me. Yeah, he goes for the Aurora Whale, which is perfectly fine by me. I can go to around +2 and then start attacking. I'm at +2 attack against Tails Alola behind her Aurora Whale. Where's the whale? Yes, Aurora Whale. Yeah, perfectly fine with me. Fire Dance is not too much, but he cannot do too much to me either. So I just continue Curve Dancing up here. And yeah, raise my special defense. I'm at +3 right now. He will go for the Blizzard and do pitiful damage to me. He might burn me. Yeah, that's nothing. Will he burn me? No, there's no burn. If he's max HP, could live that hit right now, but he is not, so he is dead. And Volcarona should be able to claim the last kills if I get one more special attack boost. Will I be able to get one? Yeah, I do. That's most likely GG here. He buffers me with a hail, which is perfectly fine. How do we look against Toxtricity right here? This is the only choice specs. I'm at +4. He has Flygon. +4. Okay, against where? Flygon or your choice scarf? Buckboss has a good chance to OHKO him here. And I think I'm going to do just that. If it comes down to him surviving this hit, I'm okay with it. We had a whale. Yeah, he lives. Okay, perfectly fine with me. He goes for the Earthquake and kills my Volcarona here. That's okay. I wish I were able to pull out a 6-0 sweep here, but I mean I could have switched around and yeah, but okay, he's dead to the hail. Perfectly fine. He has the Ferrothorn and the Toxtricity left. I'ma just go to Quagsire. No, I don't want to. Didn't even know you could do that. But yeah, we go into the Quagsire here and just hope he goes for the Toxtricity because now the Quagsire. No, it's the Ferrothorn. Oh man, sadly. Okay, that's fine. Here we go for the rocks or something. As I can go into Surfetched freely. I guess I can go for Brick Break. I can go for everything I want to. When I come back, he can go for his rocks or for the knockoff. I think he would go for the knockoff because that's the most. He goes for the leech seed, which is perfectly fine with me. I hope he knocks me off next turn. And stopped. I get some chip damage here. I'm able to break it. Okay. Don't get confused. There might be some background noises right now. I have some buddies coming right over. We're going to party after that. So, yeah. I'm gonna go for the Brick Break here, breaking the screens, breaking the Ferrothorn most likely. Yeah. That should be what I want to do here. I need to be careful. That's green done and Ferrothorn. Okay. Alright, yeah, he goes for the knockoff, that's perfectly fine. I can kill him here. And this one most likely got him through for 3 minutes left to battle, perfectly fine with me. He gets to around 25%, yeah, I'm not gonna die just yet. But I can go for the close combat and most likely just kill him. Yeah, I just think Volcarona did the best job it could have done here. I'm gonna go for the kill him here, perfectly fine. the important calc I have to do is now, can Quagsire attack on the Toxtricity? And if it can do, what's the problem I have with it? If it is the choice specs one and he does not instantly go for the boom burst. Okay, that's perfectly fine. If he Dynamaxes, one goes for Maxus. Oh, we're in the last second, heartbeats rising, intensities going up, and we win this game because he cannot kill my Quagsire in one hit. He goes for the Thunderstruck. This is the moment where you see a Quagsire take down a Toxtricity in one hit. I just go for Earthquake. He will G-Max here. There's no doubt about it. I survive the hit and kill him back. And Duraldon did not even have to G-Max this match. So, show it to me. Yeah, here we go. He goes G-Maxing here, and with that said, the match is most likely going to be over just right here. Toxicity coming out. He will go for the max strike most likely. Oh, max knuckle, I guess. That's interesting. He might be in a physical offensive one, but okay. So yeah, he lost some HP because he's life up. Here going for Earthquake, this kills him, and that's GG. Alright, I hope you all enjoyed this battle this week of the Cbdl. I did. My team came down to a point where I wanted it to be. We actually did not go out to timer for one time. And yeah, that's it. Shout out to my opponent. Was a really nice match. And yeah, with that being said, I see you guys next week. Goodbye.